Greetings, everyone. I am F. Keith Slaughter, Senior Servant of the Beloved Community Church of Atlanta. Our ministry began 5 years ago with a few dedicated souls who were dedicated to serving our people and worshiping our God. We are a small church. However, since we began, we have slowly grown from a mere idea into a thriving, busy, and dynamic presence in the Pittsburgh community of Atlanta, Georgia. The coronavirus pandemic indelibly altered the work of our ministry. The food and resources gap between the poor and others has widened right before our eyes. As the world around us changed, we recognized the need to expand our already established food pantry to include a food sharing component for children and adults in our community. We now serve hot meals, sandwiches, snacks, and beverages 3 days a week and provide emergency food pantry access throughout the week. The times required that we expand our capacity to serve, but we had inadequate facilities needed to do the work. To that end, we recently acquired a historic Pittsburgh landmark formerly known as Little Zion Baptist Church. Our plan is to transition our food pantry and resource brokerage center, including a new day shelter component, into the Little Zion Annex of the Beloved Community Church. We need room to grow, and I need your help to make it happen. The food pantry will give community members and their families access to nutritious food in a clean and healthy environment. The Resource Brokerage Center will connect persons to information and benefits available to them, while the day shelter will create space for showers and personal care, cell phone recharging stations, and other help for our unsheltered sisters and brothers. So here's the ask. I'm asking you to be mindful and prayerful around your possible role in helping us to take care of some good people who need to feel the experience of human love, care, and compassion in the midst of their struggle. After considering the possibilities, I ask that you would share your best gift with us to help us renovate the building, put on a new roof, replace the damaged flooring, and rebuild the handicap ramp to make it a bright, healthy, secure space for healing and restoration to occur. I believe that this is good ground. Won't you help us by investing in making Dr. King's vision of the beloved community a blessed reality? You can help us by cash apping us at $the beloved community. You may also go to my website, drfkeithslaughter.org, and make a PayPal donation. But however you give, make sure you give to this good and worthy cause.
Y'all know what it is.
I can't sit at the seat of the scornful. Run away, run away, run away. Those wolves in sheep clothing.
Come on.
Run away. Take back what you stole from me. Compensate. They keep lying, man, and I can't relate. Run away, run away, run away.
Mr. Slaughter D called me trap pastor. I talk slow, but you know I rap faster.
That right.
Hard rhymes, I'm as serious as cancer. Recognize you ain't a slave, you a master. Came here on the bottom of the boat.
That right.
Can't flow, so I had to backstroke. Coming up on the verses that I wrote. Every day I slang hope, not dough. Black excellence, down with the team. Malcolm X's nightmare, Martin Luther's dream. Fight the problem when you feel what I mean, like Rakim said. I'm a microphone pain. Came south on a special invitation. I say a word on the current situation. No delay, no more hesitation. All you fist up, take your preparation. Sucker.
Y'all know what it is.
God can't sit the seat of the scornful. Run away, run away, run away. Those wolves in sheep clothing. Come on, run away. Take back what you stole from me. Compensate. They keep lying, man, and I can't relate. Run away, run away, run away.
Oh yeah, so you think you can run away from reality?
See, that's the part
You think you can run away from the problem?
When the bass speaker ain't hit
You
right,
think you can find yourself someplace else to
bottom
go
don't
where
hit
there's no
right.
God?
What I'm talking about.
Hey man,
Because it's supposed to shake the
wherever
whole
you go,
room.
God is already there waiting on you. So stop running.
That's
And
what
if
I
you
be
gotta
talking
run,
about, man.
tie your shoe,
You tie your shoes
sucker.
so you won't be tripping. You know what I'm talking about? That's why you had to tie your shoes, sucker. So you won't be tripping. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, yes. Yes. All right, appreciate that. That was cool. I almost felt that. I almost thought that was real. Welcome to my fantasy. Oh, damn. Boy, that'll mess you up, boy. I almost thought that was real for a minute. I was looking at myself on the screen, and I was hearing, I was like, damn, they really do love me. Hey, y'all, welcome. Welcome to another episode, man, of The Situation with your brother, the machine, the trap pastor, Slaughter, of it getting it from round 11-ish to round 1-ish, Monday through Thursday on trappastor.com, the network. Stop playing. Jay, you know, we up in here, man, and I just need to let you know that today is February the 1st. Happy Black African American Indigenous Descendants of the Enslaved Peoples Month. Yeah. Yeah, baby. I celebrate, man. That's why I be celebrating so hard, man. All the way to Easter, cause February is all about Black history. And see, February, this is the one month that white folks can't holler, CRT, that's CRT. Why? Nah, man. This is a month that is set aside for the celebration of blackness. Today is February the 1st. The year is 2022. Somebody might want to play that. 2122. Box that up, scrape it out, see what happened in your life. At any rate, we're in the middle of a pandemic, but you're still alive. And so we celebrate that as we celebrate African American History Month, Black History Month, Indigenous Freedmen's Month, you know. Y'all see me, I told you I'm old. You see, Craig got the camera up high enough for you to see me rubbing my knees. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm an old dude, and that's what old dudes do. You rub your knees, because you've been walking too long. Anyway, I wanted to kick off this African American History Month with a piece from Brother LIvestreaming Asante. The name of the text is African Pyramids of Knowledge. And subtitled Kemet, Afrocentricity and Africology. He writes, African resurgence will never take place until Africans champion a renaissance grounded in a new paradigm of dramatic narratives of victory. I do not bemoan the contemporary intellectual landscape because there is no escaping the fact that few authors of illuminating dramas exist outside of the Afrocentric school of thought. But circumstances of nihilism, decadence, and fear are rooted in the inability of our intellectuals to tag our success to new methods of analysis. The ancient people of Kemet, ancient Egypt, who lived along the banks of the Nile, took advantage of whatever situation was presented to them by the river's flow. In our own time, we must take full advantage of the definitional, critical, historical, and cultural conditions found in our societies. The African scholar must dip the gourd into the eternal stream of African history and analyze every conceivable activity for its utility and application for present and future generations. You must detach from Europe in order to see what your ancestors have done, as Kofi Asari Opoku has said. If the river was full of water, the Kemites used large barges to float stones to various sites. If the river had little water, they used heavy sledges pulled by hundreds of people over constantly replaced wooden rollers. Every day was one of decision making in the best interest of society. We can do nothing less in recovering our historical stance toward the future. That's the words of Molefi Kite Asante. Molefi Asante, professor at Temple, if I'm not mistaken. He's at Temple. The reason I read that particular piece for you is because Asante does not begin his understanding, his analysis of Black history beginning here in this country. That analysis begins on the African continent. And until we as Black people begin to reconnect to who we truly are, I believe Asante is correct in his assessment that nothing will change for us. We must reject European ideas of normativity. We gotta let that go. Our people were enslaved. We are not currently enslaved, except but by our willingness to consume propaganda, our attachment to the ability to consume, and our fear that if we turn against our enemies, somehow the punishment associated with it would be more than what our people can bear. I understand the fear, but I also know that we can overcome it. and we must. That's the situation. And you want to know what the deal is. That was dope there, wasn't it? Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate that. I deserve that. That was dope. Yeah. This is my part right here. All right. You want to know what the deal is, and I want to share with you what it is that I have learned since I last spoke with you. Now, this first story that I got is about a black man who is the first Steinway certified technician in Africa. I don't know how many Steinway pianos there are on the African continent. However, this brother, let me see what his name is. I don't even know. I ain't studying this one. So I'll go to the next story. You know, you can't like every story that the crack research team comes up with. Anyway, so I can't pull that one off. When I looked at it first, I thought I might be able to pull it off, but I can't pull it off. Let's go to the next one. I'm trying, bro. Hey, I'm trying. Also, confusion reigned, according to this next story, and I don't know where it's coming from. I'm going to think it's Redaction Africa News. Yeah, okay. Redaction Africa News. So confusion occurred at the main border between Rwanda and Uganda after its official reopening occurred on yesterday. There were frustrated Rwandans saying that they were blocked from crossing over into Uganda. In a surprise announcement last week, Kigali said, and Kigali is the capital of Uganda. In a surprise announcement from the capital, they said that the frontier would be open again after 3 years of closure, signaling a thaw in relations between the two East African nations that had long been at odds with each other. And so, Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni's powerful son, Muhoozi Kainerugaba, is playing a key role in this decision around Rwanda. And he tweeted, "Now our people can move freely, trade, and interact as Almighty God always intended." That's a good thing. So I'm happy. I ain't gonna even deal with the part that there was some confusion. Let's be thankful that relations are opening between the Ugandans and the Rwandan. Yeah, the people of Rwanda, the Rwandans. Okay, because whenever our people can overcome disagreements, what it does is it strikes a blow against white supremacy, because it's really clear that almost 100% of disagreements between African nations are fomented by their former European colonizers. Okay. And that's just what we've discovered and what we rediscover each and every day that we pay attention to what's going on in the world. But yeah, so happy Black History Month. In Sudan, Rebecca Hamilton of Just Security is reporting that the Senate Foreign Relations Committee is scheduled to hold a hearing tomorrow on U.S. policy towards Sudan, including testimony from Assistant Secretary of State for African Affairs Molly Fee and U.S. Agency for International Development Deputy Administrator Isabel Coleman. The hearing is titled Sudan's Imperiled Transition. Since October 25th, when the military overthrew the government, Sudanese people have just been in dire straits. And so what the U.S. is saying is they need to reset their policy to reflect the new realities on the ground in Sudan. And it's real interesting because, of course, you know that the hand of the U.S. as well as the hand of Great Britain are all over the confusion, the warfare, the upheaval in the Sudan. So that's an interesting story. All right, closer to home. New Orleans, according to Associated Press and NPR, New Orleans school systems will be the first major school district to mandate COVID vaccinations. As school systems across the U.S. struggle to keep classrooms open amid the pandemic, New Orleans is set to become the nation's first major district to mandate COVID-19 vaccinations for children 5 years of age and up. Though state regulations will allow parents to opt out rather easily, it says. So, I don't know, that's going to be something to chop up, man. I said, I think a couple of days ago, I don't know what I would do, but I'm glad my children, no, I know what I would do. I wouldn't let my children get vaccinated, more than likely. I would not. Not right now, not until they get some results, some data back as it relates to outcomes. So, I don't know. Yeah. But many of the students have taken the shot. But waivers, it is said, were easily obtained. And the school will work with students who are not inoculated. And so that's according to the school superintendent, Henderson Lewis. Okay. All right. Other news. I don't know. They don't feel good to me. They don't feel good. Don't smell good. This story is the word I'm looking for is it's unsettling. So Mirjani Rawls of The Root is reporting that according to the New York Post, President Biden is due to visit New York sometime this week. And there is a note that is circulating from an unknown author who is accusing the Department of Corrections in New York of messing with the mail, the visits, the recreation, the medical, law library, commissary, and living conditions of persons specifically on Rikers Island. The New York Post is reporting, and I'm quoting, it says, all gangsters, gentlemen, and stand-up individuals. The courts and the Department of Corrections are violating us every day, and our families are suffering for it as well. The letter reads, and it's, which sources said, was distributed in food carts to inmates at Rikers Island. Public defenders have also called on President Biden to make a visit to the prison and witness what they are describing as the unmitigated humanitarian crisis firsthand for himself. Wow. A joint statement from various organizations such as the Legal Aid Society, and the Bronx Defenders also added this, and I'm quoting, it says, Biden's visit to New York City is an opportunity for this nation's leader to witness firsthand the horrendous conditions that New Yorkers endure each day on Rikers Island, conditions that should serve as a reminder of why incarceration is not a panacea for public safety concerns. So I hope that Biden does have the courage to go to Rikers and to see for himself how citizens in this country who are being detained, because Rikers is like a detention spot. It is not a prison, right? For people who are being detained, what kind of space they are living in. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, I did that. Well, I would be lying about it. I have been to one kind of okay jail, but most of the jails I went to and had to stay at, they was terrible. Jail be terrible. That's just life. That's just what it is. I think I mentioned this story to you. This is another, and it seems like these stories are becoming more prevalent as black women interact more freely with white men. Kiara Alfonseca and Abby Cruz of ABC News are reporting about the case of the murder of Lauren Smith Fields. So, 2 Bridgeport, Connecticut detectives involved in the case of Lauren Smith Fields, a black woman who was found dead in her apartment after she had a date that was arranged on social media with a white man. Well, these 2 detectives have been placed on administrative leave and are being investigated by the police department themselves. This is according to the mayor of Bridgeport. Disciplinary actions may also be taken against Bridgeport police detectives Kevin Cronin and Angel Llanos due to a lack of sensitivity to the public and failure to follow police policy in handling of these 2 cases. And this is according to Joseph P. Ganim, the city's mayor. So let me just tell you what happened. Lauren Smith Fields, beautiful sister. Did you put a picture of her? She was found dead in her apartment on December the 12th last year. All right. And it's a dude, a white dude, and they know who the white dude is because he was there. He reported her being dead. Right? She met this white dude on some dating app. I think it was Tinder. I ain't sure. I don't know which one it was, but because I don't be knowing nothing about that stuff. But she was found dead in her apartment the same day that she had this date with a dude from this dating app. And they didn't even tell, the police didn't even tell the sister's mom and daddy, their parents, her family. They didn't even notify them. The supervisory officer who was in charge of overseeing these investigations retired from the department just this past Friday, adding that the cases are both under active investigation and have been reassigned. So it's crazy. The Smith-Fields family announced earlier this month that it plans to file a lawsuit against the city of Bridgeport, Connecticut. But, I mean, no one has been arrested. The dude who murdered her, they know who did it. And they filed up the investigation. And so the mayor is acting on this. You know, I didn't talk about this story a lot, but it needs to be discussed. Yeah, it needs to be discussed. That's
bullshit.
I'm gonna say this, man. You
Bullshit.
just got to be
Bullshit,
careful
bullshit.
with these sites anyway. But you have to be careful with people who do not like you. These people will kill you. You know, because these folks, because people who are acting, and I'm gonna say it, people who are fetishizing black women, white men who fetishize black women, I mean, they are entertaining a fetish, a fantasy. And all you got to do is look at what they put on TV. If you watch TV at any time, if you watch movies or any of these shows on TV, the majority, overwhelming majority of them got a white man killing a white woman. Just pay attention to it. That's something that they fantasize about. And you kick it with them, there's a possibility that you'll get caught up in that. That's for real. Yeah. That's for real. I'm just saying it. That's for real. Closer to home. A corrections officer by the name of David Connors is suing the Walmart in Fayetteville because he was racially profiled and handcuffed because they thought he was a shoplifter. This happened in Clayton County, and they was, this happened in Fayetteville. He was shopping for supplies back in September, and the loss prevention people misidentified him as a person suspected for shoplifting at the store. And so they rolled up on him, handcuffed him, locked him up, and now he's suing. Okay, whatever. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't be having no sympathy for no black people who help to imprison other black people. You kind of get what you get. So this is big news reported by Noah A. McGee of The Root. A federal judge has dismissed a plea agreement that would have prevented a federal hate crime trial for Travis McMichael and the man who was caught on camera, who eventually who was convicted of murdering Ahmaud Arbery. Greg McMichael, Travis's father, and William R. Bryan are sentenced to life in prison for killing Ahmaud Arbery. We know that. What this plea agreement would have done would have allowed them to serve fed time and instead of state time in the Georgia State Penitentiary, which is a whole different experience than being in the federal system. And so it's a good thing that this plea deal that they had already pulled together was not accepted by the judge. And it's a good thing that U.S. District Judge Lisa Godby Wood said that, Wood said that in this case, she said it would only be appropriate to consider the family's wishes at sentencing, which the proposed deal wouldn't allow. And so they can plead guilty to the Fed, but they doing their time in the Georgia State Penitentiary system. Yup. With Main them. Who love Ahmad. It's going to be wonderful for them. It's going to be wonderful for them, hopefully. Finally, last story. Atlanta officials are asking residents to dial 311 for what are being described as quality of life issues. A representative with the city's policing alternatives and diversion program said that send someone to will send someone to assess the needs and provide families with food or other services if they call 311. So yeah, don't call 911. Call 311. Because if you call 911, more than likely the police gonna show up. And if the police show up, more than likely they gonna wanna whoop you. Because that's how they get down. So it's a good thing that you can call 311 if you are dealing with a critical situation in your home. All right, so that's all we got. Now you know what the deal is. When we come back, I don't know, somebody gonna be my guest. I got a guest on deck, but at this moment, we are awaiting their arrival. So what I want you to do is get at me. Follow me, man. Get at me. Go to trappastor.com, and when you get there, scroll down to the bottom of the page. Once you get there, what you'll see are some icons. Tap on either the Facebook icon, the Twitch icon, the Instagram icon, or the YouTube icon, where you can view this show live at this very present moment. If you want to see the archive versions of the show, all you got to do is go to YouTube, like us, man, get the notifications, make sure you kicking it on the situation with your brother. Lock that situation in, man. And subscribe as well. We'll be much obliged. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, my mama said much obliged. Anyway, y'all know what that means. We'll appreciate that. All right then. So stay tuned. Check out my sponsors, Sandtown Pub, Sun Goddess Sense, Gooch's Goodies, Under the Sea Moss, and you also could have a commercial on this network. So get at me, man. Holla at my people. You know what I'm saying? We make it happen. All right, I'm gone. We'll be right back with more. I just be rapping here. We're open.
We're open. Yes, we're open.
We are open, and Sandtown Pub is ready to serve you. We're taking precautions, wearing masks, wearing gloves, sanitizing, and practicing social distancing. We've even partnered with local leaders to hand out free masks. So stop by and enjoy our outdoor patio, dine in, call ahead for pickup, get Uber Eats and DoorDash delivery, or order online at www.sandtownpub.com.
Peace, family. It's your girl, Shelley Amenset with Sun Goddess Sense, your one-stop natural shop. We are located at 4140 Jonesboro Road, booth 225, inside the Forest Park International Discount Mall in Forest Park, Georgia. Come check us out. You can get your health and beauty items, aromatherapy, skincare, Pan-African apparel, and more. You can reach us at 404-434-7963 or sungoddess_sense on IG or sungoddess.sense on IG or Sun Goddess Sense like page on Facebook. Peace.
Hi, I'm Broderick Gooch.
And I'm Tian Gooch.
And we're Gooch's Goodies.
Here at Gooch's Goodies, we specialize in delivering smiles and satisfaction to your home with our high-quality foods at affordable prices.
Our signature sauces and dishes will guarantee a flavor that your family will love, and that's a Gooch's Goodies guarantee. You can follow us on Facebook,
DoorDash,
and Grubhub. See you soon.
supposed to be 71 Thursday, man. All right, she was in West End. I just talked to her a minute ago.
If it makes sense, we have to go and do it, you know. Yeah, what I man say. Right now, but each and every day I say, oh people now, here I say, freedom, Rasta people them freedom. Your mind, so free up your mind, oh people now who have been trapped by the demons of the beast. They are trying to destroy your mind and spirit, your heart and soul, your divine control before they violate your body and destroy your world. They are waging all kind of warfare to distract and confuse your mind. Break them shackles, break them chains. Don't let them control your brain. Break them shackles, break them chains. Even though them change your name. Wake up, wake up, wake up and free your mind. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up and free your mind. If they control your mind, they can control your thoughts. If they control your thoughts, they can control your actions. Prompting you to take their baits that will lead you to self-destruction. With your self-defeating, self-destructive actions, doing exactly what they want. As you fall into your trap, say, up your manipulation, them unleash, them demons and them beast, to rape, ravage and feast. So wake up, oh people, to reality. Wake up and free your mind. Wake up, oh people, to reality. Wake up and free your mind. Wake up, wake up, wake up and free your mind. Wake up, wake up, wake up and free your mind. They create a schooling system, preparing your mind for manipulation with their lies and their propaganda. Desensitizing your minds for more lies and falsification. To the medias and their institutions, we make up rules and more distractions. Confusing and mixing up your mind. Do you know what are their plans? I say it's mind control. Them evil Babylonians, they wanna steal your soul. So wake up, oh people, to reality. Wake up and free your mind. Wake up, oh people, to reality. brother turning on sister, sister turning on brother. Now how we gonna get it together, being against one another? Yeah, let's live up so high till your world is turning to stone. How do you deal with the truth when reality is on?
I need it. You see what I'm doing?
Sea moss drink.
Sea moss and lime juice, lemon juice, a little pomegranate, and some ginger juice.
You got something right there.
Yeah, this one. Trying to stay in the game. Lying then, cause she been telling me, she been put out last week. She was like, we got guests for all next week. All next week is booked. But she said some dude that was supposed to be scheduled for the day got COVID. COVID real still. Motherfuckers still getting that.
It's more relevant now than ever for some reason. Now you got all this extra shit with it, the variants that they talking about.
Yeah, and motherfuckers out there fucking with each other, you know, out there in the stadiums, out there doing shit. Yeah, people, yeah.
Not even really thinking about the consequences, you know? Right. Open up to be my parents, you know.
Okay.
And so she lived in Toledo. So I up there, and then she was I have a brother and 2 sisters here. Okay. We all driving up next week to Toledo.
Sorry. That's
And I'm going with Florida Saturday on his aunt's Friday. We'll be leaving Friday night because the funeral is Saturday morning.
I'm gonna give you a check before I leave for him. Okay. Then I get you. What we talking about? It's Trap Tuesday. Oh, man. Oh, welcome back to the show, sisters and brothers. Slaughter. The machine. Can't stop, won't stop. I'm talking about always getting it. Just like them sounds up under me, my secret scales. Some of that Afro beat, you know what I'm talking about? Straight up out of Atlanta. Oh, yeah, Atlanta, far west Africa. Anyway, happy African-American, Black, Indigenous descendants of formerly enslaved persons month. You get to say whatever you want to say. You get to do whatever you want to do this month. You just blame it on, your blackness and enjoy yourself. My guest is in the building. She is the owner and proprietor of Sun Goddess Scents, which houses a cornucopia of fragrances, aromas, treatments, and naturally healing interventions that are made by hand, especially for you. And so, sisters and brothers, would you join me in welcoming friend of the situation and sponsor of the show, none other than Shelley Amenset.
Thank you, Slaughter. Thank you.
What's up, Shelley?
What's up? What's going on, brother?
Shucks, glad to be.
You always give me such an awesome introduction.
Because you dope.
I appreciate it.
Sometimes I even give whack people dope introductions. But you dope. So.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I messed up. Turn the camera off me for a minute.
Well, I wanted to... Well, I'm hoping that you keeping your immune system boosted in this.
I'm doing the best I can, but
madness,
I know that you the sister that be holding the super immune bounce back situation, and that was something that we were kind of talking about. Thank you, Sister Shelley. I
got you some immune booster.
Whenever you got the brown bag, it's always something good in it. And this is, me, I be drinking all of it. You ain't supposed to drink it all in 2 or 3 swallows. I be knocking.
Like I said, you can't OD off of it. It's natural. It's all natural. You know what I'm saying?
I be knocking whatever in me out. If it's in me, it's got to go. Thank you, sister. I appreciate this.
You're welcome. I made it a little thicker this time because I was using it. First, I was actually juicing the ginger, but I'm actually grating the ginger now. So you actually have like pieces of ginger in it.
Real live ginger.
So it's thicker than I used to make it.
Yeah, this is what people need, and it's helpful. We ain't saying what it will do. One thing we know it won't do, it ain't gonna kill you. But no, I'm me. I have had like a scratchy throat or whatever, and I'll be like, Sister Shelley, I need to get some of this immune booster. And the next day, I drink half of it, whatever. Get up the next day and drink the other half, and hell, I'm back in the game, man. Back in the game like it never even happened. This like Mako juice, like it never
I'm
even
glad
happened.
it's working for you. It's actually I've actually helped people get over COVID with that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and that is something that the longer it lingers and the longer it goes on, the more complicated and difficult and confusing the whole thing gets. There's a way in which we are being asked to forget that it is present.
Right.
Because we want you to come and be at the football game, the basketball game. I need you at the club. I need you at the restaurants. I need you in these places. And it's it's you don't have to wear no mask. It's not mandatory. But at the same time, COVID-19 cases are going through the. It's at the highest. It's at the same rate that it was last year this time, or even a little bit higher. And you got they saying you got 2,400 people a day that are dying in this country from this particular.
That particular disease. It's a pandemic.
And it's crazy because they said, okay, the children will go to school. Wait a minute, how are we gonna have the same death rate? And you're saying the children will go to school and you got the same death rate as when the children were out of school. What I don't want to, or a higher death rate. Why would you do that?
I think it's all a part of the plan. The more people get it, the more people gonna get scared and go run out and get the jab.
Yeah. Yeah.
If more people are getting sick, it's they're scaring more people into people who may be against getting it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody getting sick around you. But what I've found is a lot of people are becoming ill and they don't even have COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People are saying, "Oh, I'm sick. I think I got a respiratory infection, my sinuses," and they take the test and it's negative. So what else is out here? They spraying something out here or something. Because I'm telling you, when we had we were doing the Kwanzaa event at the Griot, at the Omanala Griot, right? We had vendors. We had like 5 vendors cancel because every last one of them was sick. Now, if you have like 10 people in your immediate circle and all of them are sick.
Yeah,
but don't none of them have COVID. They all sick though.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's a little.
Man, COVID visited my house. My wife had COVID, and I didn't get it. I tested every time she tested, I tested. She set her little bottle up right there on the thing. I set mine up right there. Hers coming back blue and pink. Mine coming back just regular blue. I didn't have it. I didn't get it.
Did she get a lot of the symptoms? Was she really sick?
Yeah, she was sick like a mug. She had the crazy through the roof fever, 100 and something fever, and and it was a situation where she sat down, so she was sick.
Yeah, because she don't sit down.
Because she don't sit down.
She always moving. She be moving and grooving.
You know what I'm saying? So and so I was taking it. Because I say, my family different from her family, where she come from. See, I ain't no kin to her. I'm kin to my kids, right? so we made out of different stuff. You know what I'm saying? And her family, they like some strong, resilient, fast-moving people. My people, hell, we fat and crazy, and we be chilling and drinking and shit. And my family, my family niggas be mentally ill and everybody got the heart trouble, the diabetes and shit. So I'm like, I don't want to get that shit. My family history just ain't too good. Oh Lord, it's terrible, man. But it's the truth. Goodness. Anyway, but I be drinking your stuff and taking sea moss from under the sea moss and just doing as much as I can, and I'm back out. I'm back exercising again and breathing good, clean air, and it's clean as it's gonna get around here.
Right.
And just holding, but I don't go nowhere. I just come here. I don't go around no people.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm sorry, I don't want to sound like it's gonna sound, but and I had Dr. Lipman up in here yesterday. But my thing is, it looked like black people who be going around white people be getting the COVID. I ain't saying that it's a connection. I'm just saying, I don't go around different kinds of people. And if I am around them, immediately I hit my hands with the stuff.
And keep your mask on.
Yeah, keep my mask on, and I go on my nose with the stuff, and make sure I get it just cleaned out, man, because I don't want to see what's gonna happen if I get it. I don't want it.
Right.
And they acting like,
because it's affecting everyone differently.
And they acting like you gonna get it. Right. You got to get it. But everybody ain't get it.
If so many people have had it, and so many people have died from it, I'm sure every last one of us probably on this planet have come in contact with the antibodies. You know what I'm saying? At some point. Too many people have gotten it for, most of us to not have even come in contact with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I know one person ain't gonna get it. Craig ain't gonna get it. This Negro sleep in his mask.
Shoot, but Craig be taking them bitters on the regular too. That's gonna keep it
on
off
all of
him
that.
too.
And that Negro sleep in his mask. I be bugging out when I see people who be riding in the car by themselves with their mask on. I'm like, what in the world is going on?
You gonna give it to yourself?
You know what I'm saying?
What you
scared you gonna give it to yourself. Yeah. Shelley, you got a show that you got out, and it's bumping.
You like it?
I like it. I like it.
You so much.
Bumping because you just effervescent and real, just bubbly and but also with a sense of seriousness and just you knowledgeable and so I like your show. What is it called?
The name of my show is Let's Talk About It Tuesdays.
Let's talk about it too. And this is a Tuesday. You bumping today?
I'm bumping tonight. It's at 7 p.m. on Do the Knowledge Radio with Knowledge Born Allah. And it live streams on Facebook and YouTube. And then if you miss it, you can just go back and look at it. Just go
check
to Do the Knowledge Radio, like and subscribe, share,
Do
and
all
then
that.
And then you can see it every Tuesday. I'm doing it from 7 p.m. Sometimes I do 45 minutes. Sometimes I do an hour. Sometimes I run over a little bit as well. But
it get good to you.
Yeah, I get
inspired.
To it. Yeah, inspired and passionate about what I'm talking about. And I just sometimes I forget what time it is.
What kind of issues do you deal with on your show?
Okay, just I concentrate on the Black community. And all of the issues that we face as a community. Last week, I spoke about generational curses.
Okay.
The week before that, I spoke about the labor laws here. That I think I was on your show that day. The labor laws in Georgia and in the South, and how they, hinder us, and how they pay us low rates.
They putting the squeeze on
low salaries
on people, man. Black people in the A are feeling the squeeze, and I'm really wondering if at one point or another that the black people might not have to make the shift back to the rural. We all got kin people that live in the rural. It's really commonplace to find a black person who got somebody in that family who at least got a few acres left and some land with some trees in the country.
We going to the country,
right? And
for Juneteenth, to celebrate Juneteenth at my auntie. I don't say 4th of July. We going to the country.
Yeah, you know
we celebrate Juneteenth at auntie's house in the country.
And when you get out there, you see it's a whole lot of land, room for everybody in the family to build a house if they wanted to.
Absolutely.
And I'm wondering if the time is going to come when because of the connectivity that exists via the computer, via the cell phone, people work from home anyway. It looked like to me it would make sense for us to begin to gather around each other and to do those things that we have learned that would be helpful to us, grow our own food. You know what I'm saying? Have our own wells so we can know where we can source our water. You know what I mean?
And that's all a part of the nation building that I talk about. I talk about nation building on the show as well. You know, like-minded individuals, and you know, just us black people, us melanated people on the same page about what direction we really should be going in regards to just separating ourselves. You know, that's perfect. That's perfect. You know, auntie in down in Camilla, Georgia, or Baker County, or whatever, you know, with her land, and we are going to eventually have to do that because there's so much gentrification going on. They're going to push us out of everything we got.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we came in, we built their cities, we built these cities up for them. We provided the tax base for them to be able to take that money, flip it, and flourish off of it, and give us nothing in return for the investment.
Right.
And to me, man, in that we are the people of the earth, it would make sense to me for us to kind of return to where it is that we're from.
Our natural habitat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we did. That's what our ancestors did.
Yeah.
You know?
It's strange a little bit, but it's cool, but it's strange because it's Black History Month, African American History Month.
Happy Black History Month.
And it's we wide open to celebrate. But you know, for folks like us, every day is Black History. You know, you know, I don't take my foot off the gas now damn day.
Okay,
you
I'm
know?
Black 24/7, 365.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? So I celebrate it every day.
Yeah.
You know, we have too much history, too much just excellence and greatness for it to just be confined to 1 month.
Yeah.
We need to be celebrating that every day.
We gotta hit it and kick
You know
it every day. Yeah. And for folks who like are a part of what we would consider the conscious community, it's like that. I'm wondering, and which is what I wrestle with every day, every week. I'm wondering what it would take to entice more Black people to make the shift toward understanding themselves and their people differently, because something is going to have to happen. We can't continue doing what we're doing because by and large what we were doing is not working.
It's not,
for us.
And we are actually, like we are the most talented and creative people. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us are given too much time to the white supremacist way of life, and then just working for them and all of that. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but at some point you got to do something different because they really don't have your best interest at heart.
And it's some, but I have to say, and I say it almost every day, the more we push out reality and put it before people, there's constant pushback from the lie of the other side. They talk about the presidential election is the big lie. That ain't, that is the big lie, but the big lie is white supremacy.
Absolutely.
That is the big lie.
It is.
That has to be confronted each and every day. And even though we're in the midst of Black History Month.
And we have to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Wearing these shirt that say.
Yeah.
So we can, remind ourselves of how powerful we truly are as a unit. You know what I'm saying?
Every day. I'm meeting people, and as I do the show, I get a chance to meet people who are in varying stages of consciousness and development, you know, and it's real interesting to observe people coming from where they are. I've in this work that I do that I've done as, you know, in media for the last, I guess, 8-9 years. What is like a signature for me is inviting people to recognize their blackness, even if they walk into the space and attempted to leave that at another place. I invite blackness out of people who generally hide it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't be around me acting like that.
Right.
I'm gonna make you uncomfortable, you know. And so, in order to get some comfort, let me come on here but what I think what it does is it reminds people of who they are, and when people can make that shift to be able to get comfortable with themselves.
And that is it. That's it. You know, being comfortable with yourself, loving yourself, you know what I'm saying? Caring for yourself so you don't have, you know, COVID and all of that stuff. You know, our ancestors lived years and years and years because they took great care of themselves. You know, they put the right things in their body, you know, and that's it. Just, you know, just remembering who you are, knowing who you are, and the power that resides within you to, you know, just make things happen. You know?
I was looking at I saw a piece the other day. Dude was like 112 and his wife was like 109, and they have been married like 80 some years, and I'm like, damn, I don't know. Shit.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to see anybody for 83 years. I don't even want to look at my own reflection. You know, Shelley, let's talk about it. I'm about to be 60, Shelley.
Oh wow! Really?
In a few months, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna be 60 years old, and I was looking at this photo of a brother the other day. One of my frat brothers. I think he's like 102 or 3, something like that, and still going to frat meetings and stuff. And they were showing the pictures of him down through the years, right? And he was doing pretty good till he got around about 83, and then things. He just started looking real like, you know, mommy-like. You know how old folks get when people get real old, they start looking. And I don't know, does it frighten you to know that if you stay alive, you're gonna change and get?
No, it doesn't.
It don't worry you.
It doesn't. You know, there's a beauty in growing old. You know what I'm saying? The wisdom that comes with it. You know, they say when an ancestor dies, or when an elder dies, a whole library burns down.
Yeah.
So it's a beauty in growing old, you know. I mean, when you get older, a lot of the things that you used to think about at 30 and 40 years old, you don't think about that stuff no more. You know what I'm saying? You think about something else. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, you know, 80 and 90-year-old people think about, you know, they just probably thinking about just being comfortable and resting until whenever it, you know what I'm saying? Just being comfortable, happy, and resting. You know, it doesn't scare me. You know, you know what? I will say, I color my hair because I be hiding the grays, but the actually getting older doesn't bother me at all.
And I never would have known that was what was going on, you know, but I just be thinking you be having fun.
Yeah, my natural color of my hair is like a dark brown. Okay. You know, it looks kind of black, but it's brown.
Interesting. I'm you know, I was thinking when I get old, you know, I know I'm gonna need to smoke, and I don't know if I'm gonna be coughing and stuff, so I might, you know, just need to, you know, take some drops or some tinctures or something like that to keep me in the game.
Them tinctures the bomb, right?
Yeah, they dope. They dope like a mug. And but I think I'm gonna have me a young woman come through now, every now and then, and just shake. You know, I think I'm gonna need that. I've been trying to, you know, I've been trying to, you know, just get my stuff laid out because I'm trying to see how much I'm gonna need in my budget. You know, when I get old, and I don't know how I'm gonna be working and functioning.
Have like a private booty shaker come through and just do a little twerk for you real quick and just go on about business.
Yeah, just once a week, come through, shake, and I see, you know, if I feel something, and you know, let that be. So, kind of what I be thinking about. Yep.
And I'm sure a lot of 80-year-old men think like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure they might have their son taking them to the strip club every now and then or something. Or somebody.
That'd be cool. Because I took my sons to the strip club. Maybe they'll take me.
Maybe they will.
And I hope the
let them
blue
know
flame
that's something
still
that
be
you
there.
may want when you get, 70, 80 years old. You might want that.
Mind going there with my checkered shirt on, you know, with my gray khaki pants with a checkered shirt. You know the old man outfit. The big
and your Rockport shoes.
And my Rockport with the big heels, the big thick soles on them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It just rock it out, man, and go and roll up through the flame and just kick it a little bit. But I guess it is it's a blessing to make it to a point where you can see that the time before you actually is shorter than the time behind you. And I think that places a little bit more necessity on living life and filling up the time that you got with your whole self. You know, we always talk about the plunge that you made into entrepreneurship, and I'm wondering for people who still might be teetering on the edge, because we have seen during these last few years of COVID-19, people make the decision that my mental health and my ability to control my life is more important than a six-figure salary or whatever it takes to try to hold on to a corporate position. For people who still on the fence, what would you say to them now at this point?
I would say go for it. They pay us $17 an hour to forget about our dreams and to forget about our goals and the things that, you know what I'm saying? That's really what they do. That's really what they do. When you go work for someone, you're exchanging your time and your gifts for pennies on the dollar. You know what I'm saying? When you can invest your time and your gifts. You know, I won't say, like, because before I left corporate America did fund my business. I just would, I would suggest you make sure before you leave whatever it is you're doing, you're in a position to, get started. You're constantly investing into what it is you want to do, but just don't lose sight of the fact that you have a gift to offer, and you can actually become, sustain yourself with it, and you can actually become lucrative with it if you put the time, effort, energy, and the finances and resources towards that, rather than going to work for somebody and don't even have the time to do it. You know what I'm saying?
I saw a thing. I was looking at a piece. I was up early in the morning, looking at stuff on TV, and I like looking at the show Greed, American Greed.
Yeah.
And it was just cracker.
I used to watch that sometimes.
He the dude who the founder of WeWork. Are you familiar with WeWork?
I think I am.
It was up on the building I used to work in. They had space in there. Was the Colony Square downtown Atlanta? WeWork. They had space in there where you go and it's your own office, and you have an office in there, and blah blah blah, and so on and so forth. Anyway, it became a multi-billion-dollar company, right? Because they had like spaces like all over the world where you could just go do your business, and other people in there, and they got their business. That's your business address.
I do remember
and all
that. I remember that.
Dude. And they was talking about as the way the company grew, some of the people who first started off with it, who invested, they was doing like 12, 14-hour days with the promise that when the company blew up, they was gonna all be millionaires. They was, and that was the line that they was fed.
Wow.
And when the company blew up, the dude who founded it took like enormous multi-billions of dollars, just took it out, right, and put it in his own account, and then flipped it so the real estate that they had bought all came to him, and now the company that he was running was paying him rent for all the real estate all around the world, and he became this multi-billionaire and sunk the company. People lost their jobs, and when the company fell, he ended up getting something like a $18 billion severance.
Wow.
Right. Because nothing that he did was found to be, quote, illegal, unquote.
Wow.
It was immoral, it was unethical, but it wasn't, quote, illegal, unquote. And it just made me think about how people be investing their lives into
somebody else's stuff, somebody else's dreams, somebody,
and people will use you for that,
exactly,
right? And sell it to you. Really, when at the end of the day, what their plan is to do what every other CEO of every other major company does in this country.
Absolutely,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because while CEOs' pay has gone up exponentially, the people who actually make the products, that do the work, who push the paper, who do whatever needs to be done in order to make the money, the people who actually doing it don't get nothing out of the deal compared to the dude who is the CEO.
The company that I worked for, man, it was so whack when it came to taking care of the employees. They were so whack. My boss would get like, because they get bonuses if you stay within your payroll. Don't nobody go over, don't nobody get no overtime if you don't have no accidents. Right. You know what I'm saying? They have like little rules that that if they abide by these rules, they get like a $30,000 bonus. You know what I'm saying? You think they share that with the?
Oh, hell no.
You know what they give us? A pizza party.
Yeah.
I'm a grown ass woman. I don't want a pizza party.
Yeah. They were talking about this dude. They were talking about the dude at that WeWork. They'll bring in a keg every Friday at 4:30. and you can leave and drive home drunk from work. Shit. Well, people be tripping out here, man. But that's why it's important to figure out what it is that you do. I was telling somebody about you other day. Folks call me all the time and stuff, and people be going through what they be going through. Yeah. And for people, around our age, adults, people, a big part of their life is their work. People have to figure out a way to sustain themselves and to be able to live. And it's getting very difficult for people who still have to check in with other people, and particularly in professions that are not given much respect.
Right.
It's become more dangerous to do these jobs, and at the same time, the compensation ain't keeping up with inflation.
Right. Exactly. Can I get a stimulus for the gas prices, please? Can I get a stimulus for the groceries going up at the grocery store?
You know what I'm saying?
You want to pass out stimulus? Yeah. Let's talk about that.
And that's what really needs to happen, because
they said the gas is going to be $4 or more by the summer.
Wow.
And this is what I've been watching it.
Guess I'm finna get me a scooter. I'm for real, man.
Or Uber or something, I mean, some places just take an Uber.
And Shelley, okay, you know what we need to do though? We need to figure out some kind of company that's gonna provide service for these electric cars, because they trying to flip everything over to electric cars.
Yep.
I'm just still anxiously awaiting the grid going down. They just they experienced it up in the Northeast over the weekend. They didn't have no electricity up there.
Oh wow!
The snowstorms knocked everything out, so they know what it's like to be.
And then when it happened to them people last year in Houston,
didn't have no power. We gonna see what happened.
And that happened in Detroit about maybe 15 years ago in the summer. It was a blackout.
Yeah.
Like almost 2 days, a complete blackout. Nothing worked. So when you think about stuff like that, if it happens, you can't use your debit card. You can't go to the bank. You know what I'm saying? How far you going to go with the gas you got in your car? Because you ain't going to be able to get gas. You know what I'm saying?
You can't touch the Bitcoin.
You can't touch nothing.
You can't touch
no electricity, no internet, no nothing. Nothing is working.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
that's
what
another thing we need to do is get some survival classes.
No doubt. You know what is being floated about, as the Russians are increasing their army's presence on the border of Ukraine, over 160,000 that we know about at this point, soldiers primed and ready to invade Ukraine. And what the U.S. was saying, what I was listening to people say, well, yeah, the U.S. is going to ally with NATO and respond to Russia's invading Ukraine. And they said, but the Russians might cut our lights off, though.
Right. You see what they did to the election? You know what I'm saying? When Hillary lost or whatever, they hack every doggone thing. Yeah. They hack everything.
Man, I love this. I love these last and evil days, and I love talking about them with you. It's a wonderful thing. Sun Goddess Sense. I always ask you this, and you usually say something. Okay, any new products?
New products.
We be talking about everything.
Did I talk about the massage oil last time? I got an antifungal oil.
An antifungal
oil, antifungal, antibacterial. So if you have like a foot fungus, or you have like a really bad case of dandruff, or something to that effect, or even a sore that's not healing up or something, I have this oil you can rub on it. It contains like black seed oil, neem oil, avocado oils, vitamin E, a little bit of tea tree. So it's just gonna heal up whatever you got going on.
Okay. People need that for you crusty Negroes.
Where your tribe quote at though? I need that tribe quote today.
Oh, let's see. It's Tribe Tuesday.
It's Tribe Tuesday, y'all. It's Tribe Tuesday.
Help me, man, in the box. Help me. Let's see. This honey hit me up for all my loot cakes. That's all you got? Fight. That's all I got for fight. That's all I got for fight. For $5.
$5.
For $5 diggity. I ain't been jamming no tribe lately. I just been bumping some. I done got caught up in the new a little bit. I've been bumping that Gunna. I've been bumping that Cootie.
I don't know though.
I've been killing
You need to
Cootie.
send me that so I can listen to it.
I'll shoot you a little of that stuff. I've been dramming, getting kind of trappy with it. You know what I mean? I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just feeling trapalicious. No. Anyway, give me your tribe quote, then.
My tribe quote?
Yeah.
Let me see. Fife this, fife that. Where you going, where you at? These chicks don't know me from Jack, yet I feel like the Mac.
That's dope. That's a dope fight.
That's watch from your glasses. Butter. It's like butter. It's like butter, baby.
It's like butter. Watch your glasses. What I want you to step on. All right, then.
The low end theory.
The low end theory.
The low end theory.
That thing carried me. I listened to the low end theory probably for 6 months nonstop. Just the only cassette at the time, the only cassette in my vehicle was the low end theory. I think I had, and what I do is when I go around other people and they have a copy, you know, I snatch theirs, so I have me a couple of them in case one of them break. You know what I mean? Pop it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Yup, my man Five Diggy, he got something to say.
I like a brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, a Haitian.
So that was okay, right?
Right, yeah.
When you get old,
yeah.
see, look, Shelley, you ain't nowhere near as old as I am. See, when you start getting old, you gonna see, you ain't gonna be able to remember all them, them damn tribe lyrics.
Oh,
like you
believe
can.
me, I'm in my 50s, so I have senior moments.
You ain't in
every
your
now
50s.
and then.
Quit telling
Yes,
stories
I am.
up in here. Yes.
I have senior moments every now and then, so I know it's coming. The day is coming where I'm just gonna really have some issues with my
20s. You ain't. You're a youngster. You ain't made out your 20s yet. Anyway,
Okay,
man.
thank you, though.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate that.
Happy African American History Month. Happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month.
Freedmen's Month. We the freed, the descendants of freedmen and freed women.
Word, exactly.
Yeah.
The descendants.
Yeah. So we ain't slaves. We need to quit acting like we are. Get our shit together.
Right.
All
Nation build. Nation build.
Ashe.
Unity.
Ashe. Hell
Okay.
to the yeah. All right, then. It's time to get up out of here, man. You gonna let me go? Is she gonna let me go? Put your hands together one more time for Shelley. Amenset.
Thanks, y'all.
Some kind of sin is located where?
Okay, the store is located at 4140
Turn
Jonesboro
around,
Road.
over here. 4140.
4140 Jonesboro Road, booth 225 in Forest Park, inside the International Discount Mall.
The International Discount Mall. Go in and say, I'm looking for some God is sent. And they gonna send you to see Shelley Amenset. You can get sugar scrub, the crust remover. She got crust remover. If your toes crusty, go see her. She got you. All right, get you some of that so you get your feet right for the summertime in the winter. Cause some of us gonna need all of the winter and the spring to get our feet right for the summer.
Right. Them feet gotta be right, or you gonna have to, you can't wear them upper toe shoes if they not. Don't wear them upper toe shoes unless you got some socks on or something. If you don't get them feet together. Get them feet together.
Whoever came up with flip flops and socks, they was on to something. All right, start it back over again.
Peace. Peace,
all right. Peace. Oh God, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I gotta do it right. I gotta do it right, Craig. Okay, I do it right. All right. Thanks to Shelley Amenset for being a part of this episode of The Situation with Dr.FKeith Slaughter. It's the dopest show you never heard of, and you can get it on trappastor.com, as well as YouTube, as well as Facebook, as well as Twitch, as well as Instagram. Just get it how you like it, and like it how you get it. You know what I'm talking about? All right. Peace. To the Archbishop and the Holy Family. To the beloved community I love so well. To my video engineer, Craig Mickley. Oh, to my crack research staff, HC in the place to be. To my producer, C to the O to the Courtney Omega. And to the man in the box, the Grand Imperial Slice Master Supreme. None other than big, not little, on hand claps, applause, and various other sound effects. And you, hell, all I want you to do is love me. And I'm going to love you black. I holler tomorrow. If the Lord say the same thing. Peace to the people, power to the people. And
but the lips of the fool talking foolishness. Almighty, me not like them hypocrites, me not like them parasites. Them scheme by day, them plot by night, striving on the plight of the poor and the sufferers. Oh, Jah know them a backstabbers, Jah know them a bloodsuckers. I can't take them vampires, 'cause I'm a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. I'm on fighting for what is right. No, not give up the fight. Fighting for truth and rights. Up full in a Jaja side. Fight, we have to fight, we have to fight. Fight, we have to fight with all we might. Fight, we have to fight, we have to fight. Fight, we keep out all them parasites. 'Cause I'm a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. Them deceptive beasts, always scheming and deceiving, wheeling, dealing and misleading, stealing and concealing, playing with the people's feeling. Do they know the most I watching them? Them better know I'm man watching them. 'Cause I'm a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. 'Cause I'm a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. Run the track. Let blood, blood of my people, the blood. They have been shedding the blood of my people for a long time, a very long time, such a long, long time. I see the blood of my people is the lifeline, the substance of the beast. They have been shedding the blood of my people. They are sucking the blood of my people. Oh, it's the nature of the beast. Nature of the beast. Shedding the blood of my people. Sucking the blood of my people. Shedding the blood of my people. Sucking the blood of my people. The blood
my famous, dangerous and deadly weapons. ICBW, chemical and biological weapons. Like AIDS and Ebola, weapons of genocide against my people. They're instigating strife and war among my people. Setting up the climate for the blood to run. The blood have to run for the base to feast. Oh, it's the nature of the beast. Nature of the beast. Shedding the blood of my people. Oh, yo. Sucking the blood of my people. Oh, yo. Shedding the blood of my people. Sucking the blood of my people. The blood. Blood of my people. The blood. I cry. The blood. Blood of my people. The blood. Blood. Blood of my people, the blood. They are shedding the blood of my people. No more. They are sucking the blood of my people. No more. They are shedding the blood of my people. They are sucking the blood of my people. No more shedding the blood of my people. No more. No more sucking the blood of my people. No more shedding the blood of my people. No more sucking the blood of my people. No more, no more. Our blood will shed no more. No more, no more. Our blood will shed no more.
If it makes sense, we have to go and do it, you know.
Yeah, what I man say. Right now. But each and every day I say, oh people now. Yeah, I say, freedom. Rasta people, them freedom.
Sand beach, desert storm, no. Georgia sun, Chicago wind, no. It doesn't matter as long as you're here, babe. I'm never lonely whenever you're here, baby. All I want is you, wrapped up in a blanket under the moonlight, head on your chest. What I'm trying to say is, all I want is you. Ooh, you. Ooh, you. Ooh, you.
Lost inside your eyes, I can see you past the stars. kisses elevate me higher, so far where there is no Pluto or Mars.
Let me lay in your orbit.
Give up summer and spring just for you. The Seattle clouds will never get me down, 'cause when you're here, I'll never touch the ground. I won't